What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So today we're going to be talking about Shockey getting raid sold and what the whole point and purpose of that was. Pretty much what's going on is this, right? You have more of an advantage in the seams to Moss than you do on the outsides. What EA Sports has tried to do is they've destroyed the game to the capacity to where you are going to get a predetermined animation and get intercepted no matter how big your guy is against an outside corner. The inside, though, it's up for grabs. Depending on how you know how to throw it and you lab it, you can get it more consistently in the seams than you can on the outside. So pretty much I'm going to go ahead and show you what happened. I realized, late yesterday that something was going on with the game. I didn't really understand, what exactly it was, but you guys can see the game often gets tuned on a regular basis. But one of the things that remain is the fact that EA is very, very intent on not letting you do anything that seems too advantageous. Unless it's like a smart route at corner or something like that, or playing 3-3-5 wide. Like, other than that, it's certain things they're gonna kind of manipulate to make it harder to do. So one of the things that they've done is they've created that situation to where it's like, all right, look, you can't Moss dudes unless you're on next gen. So guys that, right now, if you're playing the next gen Madden, you're gonna get Moss animations more often than not. All right, does that mean that next gen in Madden 22 is gonna be similar? I don't wanna say yes, but it's a chance. Because you gotta remember, with Madden 25, they made two of them. They made the original one, and then they made the next gen that was for the previous PS4. And then when they made Madden 15, they kept that in the game for you to be able to take advantage of people with height and do stuff like that. So it is a chance that that might happen, because I've been getting a lot of questions about that. Yo, Gmia, what do you think about Madden 22? Is it a chance that they actually make the game playable? I don't know. Listen, all I can do is explain to you guys what I'm doing to keep myself from going crazy. I don't know exactly what else we can do together for all of us to not be crazy, because when you play the game, it initiates and creates anger-inducing pheromones. Like, dude, it's a wild video game gameplay wise. So it's kind of crazy that, you guys are like, yo, Gmi, you keep raid selling dudes. But this is how I keep myself sane. But not only that, I'm working on ways, I'm going to be giving you guys more, just wait, work with me, guys. I'm going to give you guys more and more insight into what I'm doing. Also over at GmiasWorld Gaming, we're going to be revamping some things there. You're going to be able to see a lot more, because many people that are subscribed to both GmiasWorld and GmiasWorld Gaming, you understand why I'm raging so much. But people that are not subscribed, they don't really understand the full-length gameplay and see how EA developers, they manipulate the gameplay. Like, for instance, earlier today, I was playing an absolute idiot, right? The dude was garbage. You guys will see it later over at GmiasWorld Gaming, but I was getting nano detected on a regular basis. Now, I don't know exactly why it was happening that often, but Ricky Jackson was just jogging in place on the left side of the field. I don't know what was going on. And then Jadeveon Clowney, he was doing whatever he wanted. But it doesn't really matter. Those type of things really, really aggravate me. And it's something that's so visible that I think that the more that you guys share it, the more it gets out there, I think it will show how ridiculous the game is overall, and they would have no choice but to tune in. Because if you're spending a decent amount, most of my viewers here, a high majority of you guys are no money spent players. So you're figuring out ways to grind, you're figuring out you got to spend the right way. When you get one of the expensive cards and you go out there and the dude is jogging in place and counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, that is anger inducing, and it shouldn't be in the game, especially in all Madden where we have that mode. Bro, dudes are just jogging in place. So the blitz doesn't come in, they just stay there. It's a lot of different things that go on with this game. So it's not like, I'm just trying to find ways to kind of, raid sell a dude. Most people are going to stay on the team and be there for a while. Most people, if they're good. Dion's still there. I want to get rid of Rod Woodson. That guy sucked. Namdi, I couldn't wait to raid sell. But a lot of these cards are tuned and it's visible. Don't turn a blind eye to it and act like you don't see it, because that's what EA wants. You can definitely see that when a new card comes out, somebody's getting nerfed. Now, look, this is what happened. I went back to Jermichael Finley. Let me explain to you guys exactly what's going on, right? Jeremy Shockey is a possession archetype. So the idiot gets deep in for 2. I don't have AP to spend 2 on a guy like that. I'm not doing it. It's just not going to happen. So because of that, I removed that off of him and raid sold him instantaneously. Also, he was dropping the ball a lot. I don't know what he was doing. That guy sucks. So this is what I decided. I'm like, look, we got to go with the vertical threat archetype and go back to deep in. All right. Now he's a little bit slower, but he's 6'5" also, just like Jeremy Shockey. He's not as good of a run blocker though. That's a major factor. Jeremy Shockey comes in with that whopping 86. But this is something that's very, very important that I want you guys to understand. My sole purpose is to moss dudes uncontrollably. And that's why right now, you know, Lamar Jackson is, dude, that, I don't know if I want to keep running around like an idiot. Like, I don't know if that's something that I want to do. Some of you guys are telling me, yo, try Brett Favre again. You know, they did it. You know, they fixed his card, stuff like that. You know, Lamar Jackson's on the chopping block, bruh. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and act like he's not. The dude is running around throwing just straight Stevies. I've had enough of that. But, you know, his mobility, it's hard to fight against it, dude. You see what happens, bro? Like, it's crazy because I want to get rid of him, but then I need him because when a guy sends two, you got to just sit there. That's the issue. Because if you have a quarterback that's mobile, Lamar Jackson can make plays outside the pocket when a guy sends two. If you go out there and you have like a Brett Favre, if you try to run with him, you're going to get blasted instantaneously. So you got to figure, what do you want? Do you want to be able to, you know, fight against everybody that you play? Or do you want to be susceptible to a guy that's going to send two, sometimes one? That's like a real thing. Dudes send 2 and 1 and come right in and smash you up. It is some of the wildest things ever. So Lamar Jackson, for now, it seems like the right thing to do because as soon as I see that that's what you're doing, I have more of an advantage. So we're going to have to take, you know, a loss in different aspects, which is why some of you guys are like, yo, I can't wait for, you know, Golden Ticket Michael Vick. He'll have all the different, you know, slots, so he'll get certain abilities for cheaper. I understand that, bro. I just don't like left-handed quarterbacks. But I think Michael Vick, he'll probably throw the ball harder and faster than Lamar Jackson does. But at the end of the day, like I said, these mobile quarterbacks, like, they just really can't throw the ball accurately. Lamar Jackson is literally throwing Stevies. Like, he's throwing passes where a guy is wide open and it's just a straight Stevie for no reason. But I'll play an idiot that sends 2, sends 1, you know, dudes that they pro players, and then you can, you know, maneuver yourself around and kind of get, you know, players open and do what you need to do. So with him being a 94 speed, 1 speed point slower than Shockey, not as good run blocking, but the short route run and medium route run, you put him on a crosser, it's GG's. Just so everybody knows. See, this is where it becomes very interesting because a golden ticket Lamar Jackson, we could get one of those slots. They're probably going to obviously have, you know, the field general slot where he'll get hot route master for 2. You're going to be able to save a lot of AP, but he's going to be very, very expensive. Because that's the key. Getting that type of mobility with that type of situation is beautiful. But you have to be able to have the plays to do that. That's a thing. You know, if you want to try to do a situation where it's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go out there with Brett Favre, and I'm just going to deal with whatever's coming. I'll throw drags. I'll throw whatever. At some point, it's going to hurt you that you're not actually as mobile. But I'm getting hurt with the deep throws that I'm sending out from Lamar Jackson because he's just not throwing the ball right. It's like really, really stupid. So Jermichael Finley, he's more of a sub-in because I throw to my tight end a lot. And this was something that was happening that was really affecting me in certain games. The fatigue factor in the game, EA has made it so overpowered that it's really 100% part of the game. Things like recuperation, though, I tried it out. This dude stayed red for like 4 plays with recuperation. So I don't know, like, you know, they're increasing, you know, it gives you back your stamina at an increased rate. I don't know if it's actually like bugged, but for me, I don't think it works as well as it should because it still costs you an ability point. And I showed on stream, it was like, all right, let's just go ahead and leave this here then. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, whatever. The dude just stayed red. So you got to keep that in mind. Fatigue is such a major factor that it is going to affect you in different ways on how you play the game. Just monitor that for me. All right, like test it out, see what's going on. But I tried it. It was really, really garbage. So the only other option I have, right? Because if I keep Lamar Jackson and I stay in the playbook that I'm currently in Seattle, you need some mobility for the most part. Now, I'm not saying you absolutely need it because you can run bunch tight end. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to run bunch tight end. You could run that with like Brett Favre, whoever, and do whatever you want, and dude's gonna get open. In most cases, you won't get pressure unless the guy is user rushing you off the edge. That's probably the only way you're gonna do it. But realistically speaking, guys, you know, I've changed up and I've been working on a new scheme. I'm trying to perfect it because in this game right now, halfback base is OP. So if you run trips tight end and you have base, you can run the ball all game long. The issue with that is, can you also streak dudes? Like, is it worth it? Like, you're gonna have to be able to streak dudes. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. We might have to go back to the Raiders playbook, because the Raiders playbook offensively has everything in it, and it has crazy runs. You can pretty much do whatever you want out of that playbook. You're gonna have to just understand this, right? Seattle, like running gun, it gives you that option of being able to utilize Lamar Jackson's legs, which you guys all know. That's what makes the game more difficult for your opponent, because you can just, escape and just be running for 6. Really, really wild and savage. But at the same time, like I said, there are things in the game right now that are more OP than before. Halfback base being one of them. So that's something that I wanted to make sure I pointed out to you guys so you understand. I'm trying to rebuild to keep up with the tuning and the patching of the game. And you should too as well. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, EA doesn't care, bro. They'll just keep on patching the game. That's what they're going to keep doing. You don't want to be that person that's like, yo, bro, I'm just gonna keep staying with the same team. Everything's gonna get better. No. EA is making it very obvious to us that they're gonna tune and do whatever they want every single snap. So I can't guarantee you that Lamar Jackson's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude right here, dude, like, if he keeps playing with me, the dude's gonna get what's coming to him. That 91 deep accuracy is kind of raw though, bro. Like, it actually, he probably thought, he throwing a lot of, he been throwing picks. I don't know, dude. My man might have to go. I'm not gonna lie to you. This dude might have to be up out of here. But we'll figure it out together. Don't worry about it. But that's why Jeremy Shockey is gone. Jeremy Shockey is gone simply because of his archetype. I'm not spending 2 AP on his card. You know what I'm saying? And he's dropping the ball. It's just all stupid. So the O-line, we spread it out on the O-line. What does this idiot have? He has post-up too? All right, so we got all post-ups and 2 edge protectors, and then we have identifier. And everything else is spread out the way it is, and I don't care anymore. That's pretty much what's going on at this moment right now. Would I want Hot Route Master back? Yes. Do I need it though? I don't know. I probably don't though with halfback base. Low key? Yo, dude, low key, we might give him back Hot Route Master and change our scheme. We might change our scheme, guys, and just run ridiculous offenses and don't care anymore. It's a possibility. Let's talk about that though. Let's not jump the gun on it, but we'll probably figure it out in a little bit, guys. Don't worry about it too much. Other than that, that's where we are right now. Jeremy Shockey's gone. We got $4.99 for him. It is what it is. Lamar Jackson's on the chopping block. A lot of you guys have been praying that he gets raid sold uncontrollably. I'm pretty sure you guys are probably guessing the next video he may be gone. But what's going to happen next may surprise you. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Enjoy your day. Continue to be safe. One love, y'all.